Okay, well, we're going to talk more about Dell with Nick Thompson. He's a senior editor at Wired Magazine and also a new contributor to Bloomberg. And Nick, Gigi laid it out pretty well on Dell. And those commercials, by the way, brings back memories, right?
Bring back memories.
Okay, so how does it get back on top?
They need to figure out, well, first of all, what they need to do is they need to become the best again, right? When I bought my first Dell 8 years ago, it was sort of a magical experience. The customer service was great. It came quickly.
I can't remember a time when nobody had it. I mean, everybody had a Dell.
Everybody had Dells. And they went wrong, I think, sort of for 3 reasons. The first is they missed netbooks, right? They kept thinking, the strategy for years was we'll add more memory, we'll add bigger hard drives, and we'll sell it for $1,000. And it always cost $1,000. And then suddenly people didn't need as much memory or as big hard drives. And so other people said, well, we'll just sell you better computers for $300. And Dell kind of was late to that. They missed the whole design revolution. A few years ago, mostly because of Apple, people wanted sexy, good-looking machines. Dell didn't really get that. And then the third and most interesting is that they used to be the most efficient, the best, like when I bought it. And then suddenly they weren't, and they were passed, and they lost market share because, not because they missed a big idea, but because they weren't executing as well. So to get back on top, they need to start executing as well as their competitors. They probably need to find growth. They bought Perot systems, so they're going to go into services. They're going to go into more consulting, more like HP and IBM, try to make up some money there, and then hoping that the enterprise market picks up. That's where a lot of the business will be.
But their bread and butter is those PCs, right? So they're going to have to get, is it better design? Is it better pricing to gain that market share, even if Michael Dell says, I don't care about market share?
Well, the PCs are disappearing, right? So the desktop computers are going to be gone. It's going to have to be laptops and netbooks. So it will have to be all of those things, but not the big black boxes, because that's just, the trend is downwards on those. People don't want them.
You mentioned expanding to Perot systems, let's say, in services. What about the mobile market for Dell?
They certainly are going to try. They're certainly going to make some inroads. They've got a tablet that they're building right now. The problem there is that design and fashion mean even more than they do in computers, and that's where Dell has sort of traditionally been weak. And also the cost.
But didn't they come out with those multicolored laptops a while ago?
That's cool. So they are making steps in that direction. But then the market is so messed up in mobile services where you have to work with Verizon or AT&T. It's so complicated and confusing. It's unclear what their path is, but maybe.
Maybe,
absolutely.
Indeed. I want to talk about the personality, though, behind these companies, because we have some big personalities, right? Steve Jobs, Steve Ballmer, Michael Dell. Does he need to articulate a better strategy for Dell? Does he need to be out there more?
I don't think he needs to be out there more. He needs to figure out how to make the company work better. I mean, his genius is he created a company that built computers really well, really efficiently, and had great customer service. And he did that through inspiring the right employees, setting up the right management structures. It's not an outward look that Dell reads right now. They need an inward look. They need to figure out how to do their job better and how to make the company run better. So that's his job. He doesn't need to be giving better speeches or anything.
Okay. Nick, good to see you as always.
Great to see you,
here.
buddy.
Nick Thompson, a senior editor at Wired Magazine and a contributor to Bloomberg.